Hey,
What's up, man? What's up? It's been a while.
it doing?
Uh, sort of in a blah mood. Just, I hadn't eaten in a long time. Haven't drank anything. Haven't taken my meds, so I've gotten 2 out of the 3 done. Uh, uh, how about yourself? How about yourself?
It's been a roller coaster month where it's been mostly good, but it's all stress. It's been good and stress. And
How?
stress because
Ooh, get my headphones here. How are things going with your brother, man? Is everything all good?
yeah, it's pretty good. Apparently, my brother is too, and
Oh
he
wow, you're
got.
you're cutting out. It's doing that thing. It's doing
Hold
that
on a
thing
second.
where
Let
it
me try
cuts
to.
out. And I'm gonna change. I'm
All
gonna
right.
take that out. Push that in. There we go. Oh, that sounded pornographic. Take that out. Push that in. Okay. Uh, let's see
All
here.
right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
All right. So, booty bone juice, very effective. Got
Yeah,
him out of the hospital almost a week earlier than he was supposed to be.
great. What the? Who's
I don't know
calling
what
me?
that is.
Someone's
Okay.
calling, and I am going to say no to you. I do not
I
know that
see. I see.
number. That number will not be spoken to.
Uh, so politics. In politics
Yes,
today,
there's a lot of shit.
there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit. But because of politics lately and its many shits, it's really got me wondering, why haven't we brought back the guillotine? Like, there's no accountability for the rich and powerful. Why hasn't the guillotine come back yet?
Well, I don't even know why. I know the guillotine was used for just killing people off right and making a public display of it. To help others not do stupid shit, but it didn't work. Was it meant for the rich and powerful only, or I thought it would just be for the low class people?
Well, historically speaking, the guillotine was almost entirely used. As far as when it first started, it was almost entirely used for the rich and powerful.
Ah, then we
Yeah.
need it. And others out there might be like, "Oh man, you just can't advocate for death and murder." And it's like it's not murder when it's self-defense.
Basically.
And if
Like
go ahead.
the thing historically with it is, towards the end of the guillotine's use in France, the guy who basically popularized it kind of went a little too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with it. But even to this day, France respects its populace because of it. Like when the yellow jacket people started erecting guillotines all over the place, the French government was like, "Oh shit, we gotta do something."
If that don't deter you, then fuck it.
It's like they didn't have to use the guillotine to get people to be like, "Oh shit, we gotta make some concessions, we gotta do some stuff."
It's always push must come to shove before someone budges just a tiny bit. But if somebody drug a guillotine up to my front door, I would look at it and I would just look at him and say, "What the fuck have I done wrong, and how can I correct this?"
Yeah, basically.
It would be very fucking direct. How may I correct all that I have done wrong?
Yeah.
But that's the problem. It's, I, I, I've said this in a few other videos, but it's, people, they can't grow or mature or evolve or whatever the fuck out of being a petulant child. They just want what they want. They don't give a shit about somebody else. And if they do, it's only because they're supposed to, not because they want to. It's a terrible fucking life because people are fucking terrible.
Yeah. And that's the thing. When you quote unquote grow up, people stop smacking you upside the head saying, "Hey, don't do that." Or at least not as often. And so when you're allowed that much free reign, when you're allowed too much free reign, people stop giving you like some sort of accountability. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes. No, I mean, it's because you got to hold people
And when you're
accountable.
rich, you get even less accountability because you can just throw money at it like, all right, this isn't a problem anymore, right? Here's my money.
Exactly. And we breed that shit. We teach that shit. We hardwire that into our kids, our friends, and whatnot all day long. Oh man, he's popular, or he's famous, or she's popular or famous, or they look very attractive, so just give them what the fuck they want. Or you should hold whatever that celebrity look like. Whoever you marry or be with should look somewhere like that. And it's like, what the fuck?
No, I don't fucking know, man.
You know, it's like, okay, there is some 400-pound fat guy walking down the street somewhere right now in every county in the United States of America, and I would say a small percentage of them have a beautiful, wonderful personality and enlightened mind, and they will never get the light of day because they don't look like a goddamn movie star. However, looking like they do, if they had a wealth of money, then they'd be the sexiest guy on the planet. Because in all honesty, let's fucking face it, man or woman, you're a fucking prostitute if you can ignore looks for money. If you can ignore personality for money, you're a piece of shit prostitute. There are prostitutes out there that bust their ass, no pun intended, but they bust their ass day in and day out, and they have standards, not by looks, but by appearance in terms of who looks like a douchebag that's going to fuck me up and who's not. And oftentimes, the people wearing the three-piece suits and looking like they're $1 million are the ones they might turn down the most because they know they're, one, not going to be back, or two, just going to exploit the shit out of them, you know, and that's it. Prostitutes on the street got more decency than the prostitutes in a bar claiming to not be a hooker at all.
Yep.
If that bothers some of you people, deal with reality, because obviously your parents must have failed your ass when giving it to you.
Yeah. Back to the guillotine. Back to the guillotine.
Chop chop. Chop chop.
Before you called me, I was watching episode of Some More News. It's one of those YouTube channels.
Okay.
And he basically laid down all of the what should be considered financial crimes, and in most cases are probably financial crimes that aren't being prosecuted or taken seriously in the slightest.
Yeah, like
a
all
lot of
them.
people in the Trump sphere. Let's just call it sphere. I don't remember the right word.
Trump cabinet,
Trump,
Trump administration.
Yeah, let's go with
cabinet administration. His ilk, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest point is they abuse in power in ways that should be clearly considered illegal, but ain't nobody been fired, ain't nobody been prosecuted, ain't nobody. Yeah.
Donald Trump commits crimes just by talking and nothing happens.
Yeah.
When you tell 3 of the 4 people, because when you tell 4 people to go back to where they came from, do a better job, and come back, and only one of them is actually not from the United States.
She's not from the United States, but she's basically from the United States. She immigrated when she was, if not.
Well, you're cutting out. You must be at a.
I don't even give that. I don't even give that one an excuse.
Here's the thing. I don't go with the argument of, oh, where is she from to what he said. What people should focus on is two things. One and foremost, he said that to people who are majorly not white and not male. All right?
Yeah.
And
go back to where you came from. No, that's the oldest racist shit in the book.
It's extremely racist. As you said, it's the oldest. It's got to be the first.
You're roboting on me.
Oh man, yeah, I must have went out, Google and whatnot. Well, actually, I'm in Firefox, so I'm doing better than I should. So if I go robotic, let me know.
Yeah.
And then second, Trump and this whole Epstein thing and the emoluments clause and all of this other stuff. He said this shit just to distract people. And that's the second thing. But let me give an underlying thing that people just aren't going to listen to, and maybe some of my audience will hear it, and it's going to sound bad, but it's the goddamn truth. All right. When black people hear Trump say that, we're just like, yeah, we figured. I mean, it's obvious. It's not water under the bridge.
If you haven't figured it out by now, you're trying not to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, to black people, it's more like, yeah, just more of the same. Who gives a fuck? It's not that it's water under the bridge. It's you've heard it so much, it doesn't matter anymore. You're just like, he's in there. You wanted him there. Y'all got what you want. The racist in charge, the head Klansman in charge. You got him. All right. But then you got the apathetic white people who are like, wait, what did he say? Oh my God, that's atrocious. How could he say something like that? And it's like, you don't know, really? Have you not been at the dinner tables of your parents or grandparents? What the fuck? And as you said, for those that don't know by now, they don't want to know. Everyone's the year shame. It's 2019. Are we still doing this? It's 2019. Are we still thinking this way? Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. It's 2019, and then insert fucked up thing that happened. Like, dude, that has not. The year ain't got nothing to do with it. If it's always been a thing.
Really?
It's not like it's gone away and then came back. No, it has always been a thing. You can't say it's 2019. How is it still a thing when it's always been a thing?
And it's always going to be a thing because the worst assholes on the planet are not the racist. The worst assholes are the ones that are befriending racists and not saying anything to them. They hear some racist shit. Yes.
The enablers are the worst.
Yes. Because you're not going to stop. One, they know it's a bad behavior. They know it is. So, and so they go out to their friends, and I've seen it. I have seen when somebody would say some racist shit around me or to me and look at their friend, not me, look at their friend like, you're going to accept this, aren't you? And I'm kind of like, dude, we've known each other for a while and you haven't had a racist bone in your body. Are you going to fucking stand for this shit? Because on my end, I'm like, I could fuck dude up, but, I'm going to look like the bad guy. And racially, most likely, my friend, who at that moment became quote unquote friend, might join him to save his dumb ass.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that fucking bugs me, and it's why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
It's why we can't have nice things. And there are people out there that they'll nitpick it to death. They'll say all this other, if you think about where they're from, everyone shut the fuck up. If you think about where they're from, he's not really saying go back to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You are bullshit nitpicky bitches. Just stop it.
Yeah. Also, the stupidest line of complaint from him is like, as far as Trump, all these people are just complaining. Why don't they just leave? Dude, your main slogan is a complaint about America.
Fuck, dude. I ain't even think about that shit. Dang. Oh, that's a self-owning. Make America great again. So you're complaining that it's not great.
Yeah.
Leave. Mister, I want to build condos and shit over in Russia. Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Get the fuck out. And look, and there's a lot of people out there, and I mean, this color spectrum, across the board, I've ran into more black people saying it than white people. And they'll say the same shit of, oh, you know what, this land, you can love it or leave it. And I remember I asked, where the fuck can a black fat man go on this planet where he's not going to be persecuted for not just his skin color, but being fat and then being a dude?
Yeah.
You know, where the fuck am I going to go that evangelicals hasn't gotten their mitts in and turned everyone fucking racist, even the black people that's supposed to be united as one, hating each other, like we do here in America.
Also, the whole love it or leave it thing.
Fuck them.
No. You don't tell me how to love something.
Really? Fuck you.
Like I can fucking love a shit ton of things about America and hate a shit ton of things about America. You can't say that I don't love America just because I hate parts of America.
Yep. So it's almost like I said, we've got the freedom to hate
I
whoever.
have the freedom to love, hate America.
And we can love what we want about America. We can hate what we want about America, but we don't have the freedom of the emotion about America. That's some weird shit, Trump. That's some weird shit. And then he did that whole thing. I did a thing on, when he's talking about some people are just complaining. They're complaining, just leave. It's like, do you know why people complain? Because shit is fucked up. If things were running right and somebody's complaining, then they're a complainer. That's a drama king or drama queen. When things are all right and they're fucking bitchy. That's a problem.
Well, here's the thing. Conservatives are going to say that's what you're doing. Because they'll just ignore the issue, they'll ignore the problem, they'll ignore your complaint.
Yep.
That's the only problem with that line of thinking, and it's not even really a problem if you actually take any of the issues seriously. If you hear a complaint and say, "Hey, that's a serious complaint," then boom, you're done. But it doesn't require the whole backtrack thing. But if you hear a complaint like, let's take a typical conservative complaint. The immigrants are taking our jobs. No, they aren't. There's empirical fact behind saying the immigrants aren't taking any jobs. So if the immigrants aren't actually taking any jobs, then your complaint isn't serious.
Exactly. Like I was like, no immigrant is going up by any means necessary to anyone to say, hey, man, give me that third person's job. Fuck them. All right, I'll give you their job. And I'll only give you $2 instead of the $15. All right, good. Hey, you know what? I'm going to hire 7 of these guys. Fuck y'all. It don't work that way. They don't just come up and say that. No. It's someone saying, wait a minute. I can get more people working harder for less money, so I'll hire these immigrants and get rid of all of you. But then when I have enough immigrants, but then I'm going to get busted because your corporation is not paying taxes because you're paying people such a low wage. You're going to get fucking investigated. So then before they can get investigated, they ship their shit overseas or south of the border. That's what they do. And it's fucked up.
That's the only logical explanation. Like, that's the only way that some of these get away with it. Some of them they don't give a shit. They'll just keep doing their inhumane practices anyway.
Yep.
But for a lot of them, it's just exactly how you say it. It's like, oh, here's some cheap labor that I can exploit. Oh, they don't want illegal immigrants working this cheap labor. Oh, they're actually finally investigating and penalizing people who are doing this. Well, time to ship it overseas.
Whole car manufacturing company overseas. Whole thing.
Yep.
And you blame, and look, and blame the Mexicans for it, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Here's what.
Yeah, why are you blaming the worker when you can blame the boss?
I mean, the boss is the one that decides to pay how much they think you're worth. The boss is the one that sets your schedule. The boss is the one that set the damn thing up where it is for you to drive maybe up to an hour and 45 minutes to work every goddamn day. But yet you're going to blame the ones that have no power.
Hires. And the boss, most importantly in this argument of immigrants stuff, is the boss is the one who hires the person.
Yep.
So the immigrants aren't stealing your jobs, the boss is selling your jobs to immigrants. If that even happens. Like I said, the statistics bear out that immigrants aren't taking your jobs because immigrants are taking jobs no one wants.
Yeah, you didn't want it in the first fucking place, so shut up. Stop complaining.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
took the job that you didn't want that would actually help this country, like sewer work, like garbage disposal, waste management and stuff like that.
Or the main one, farmer.
Right now, the best American job possible to get is police officer, because you don't have to know the law. There's only 2 laws. Do exactly what the fuck I say, how I say it, and when I say it, or get fucking killed. That's it. They don't need to know the law. There's no need. But let me put one last thing on this immigrant thing and all this. I'm gonna solidify this quickly. The only reason people keep blaming the Mexicans and anyone south of the border or immigrants from any other place overseas or above us, which that don't happen, the above us, Canada and stuff. The reason they do it.
Why? If they were so serious about, the immigrants are coming to take our jobs, we got to build a wall. Why aren't you building a wall on the northern border, huh?
I mean, you got to keep us in because we're trying to get better health care. We're trying to get better health care by going there, so keep us in.
But like I said, it's not like people from the north don't illegally immigrate to the U.S. It doesn't happen as often because Canada's at least semi-decent at being a government for their people, but it does happen.
The reason
mostly from rich people. Mostly high-paying jobs from Canada come to the U.S. to get to, as the conservatives would call it, steal our jobs.
The reason they blame the Mexicans and other immigrants and foreigners is because they emotionally and to them rationally want somebody to hate. They want to be in a tribe and feel a part of something, and if they can't hate them, then they don't know what the fuck to do with themselves. They don't know how to be a productive member of society. They just know how to point the finger and blame so that you can blame them too and not point the finger at the ones that's really ruining everything.
Yeah.
That's all that is. So get off your stuck on stupid and start using your mind. That thing you were born with that you only get one good shot at for one life, use it properly. Don't use it submissively. Use it properly. Critical thinking. It's worthwhile. When it comes to the police, they're, as I said over a year ago, I said, it's happening to black people left and right, but the white people, apathetic and racist, and over logical, those who are like not racist at all and not apathetic, but it's over logical. Let's say there are laws in place. There's all this stuff in place. So if black people are having a problem with police,
I'm not sure that's an over-logical thing so much as ignoring the facts over just how the system is in place.
They'll sit there and say, we've got the Civil Rights Act and we've got all these other protections, so the police aren't doing anything wrong. They're only doing what they have to do and they're working hard. They got a dangerous job, yada, yada, yada. And the truth is, fuck those people because they're full of shit. They are full of shit. There are too many videos of
I completely agree. I 100% completely agree. My only problem is your framing. I don't know how they're over logicking. You know what I mean?
I just explained it because they'll say because there are civil rights acts and other protections, that there is nothing wrong happening to black people. They will say black people are obviously committing these crimes, and that's why they're over policed, and that's why these things happen to them, because black people keep resisting, because no police officer is going to break the law. They're going to work within the law. That's why I say over logical people. They're not thinking about nuance. They're not thinking about the emotions of the group that an officer joins. They're not thinking about the racist cops that join. They're not thinking about the half-ass, if they even get that much training. They're just saying, by law, this can't happen because we have laws. So therefore, you're full of shit when you say you've gotten beat down or anything. Right. That's why the Rodney King video was one of the most important videos on the planet, because it was video proof of I'm just standing here doing nothing, and then I get my ass beat. Because when Rodney King first said it, and they was like, dude, stop lying, you're full of shit. Even black people, dude, what the fuck? You know what? You obviously fucked up, so shut up. But then when the video was released, everyone was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Everyone took a shut the fuck up.
I wouldn't call them over logical. I would call them logic skippers.
You sure?
They're like, oh, here's the logic. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I'm going to skip this part.
Huh. Well, damn, I got something to think about. Logic skippers.
Yeah.
It's like logical cherry picking.
Exactly.
Logic
it's
skippers.
Like, oh, here's this well-constructed argument, but what about this part? No, I'm going to skip that.
That's what religious people do when they talk about everyone needs Jesus, and if you join God, yada yada yada, you get all these good things and all this positive stuff happen. But then you got Timothy McVeigh and all these other people that go into churches and blow up buildings and blow up centers with babies in them that was all doing it for God or religion or something like that. And then they'll say, oh, no, well, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that person, or they had it wrong. Fuck y'all. All right.
Yeah.
Own your shit. Yeah. Own your shit and everyone in it. Because if you emotionally identify with something and someone's a part of it, then guess what? It's like a bundle deal on the cable service. You paid for it. You bought into it. You're a part of it. Deal with it. Fucking deal with it. That's called accountability, people. All right? Either you got it or you don't. And if you don't, I don't want to know you. It's that simple. More people in my life have actually wanted to hurt and kill me, and I've trusted them a whole lot more than those that say I would never do anything to you. Because the ones that are saying violent shit to me, I trust that they want to do it. And if they don't do it, well, I got off easy. It's the ones that want me to trust, that builds my trust, and then fuck me over royally, that hurts the most. Name somebody that wanted to fuck you up and you felt emotionally terrible afterwards. And compare that to those that you're supposed to trust that fucked you up afterwards. The ones that were malicious from the onset, you don't feel too bad. You don't feel bad at all. It's the ones that you did trust that broke you.
Yeah.
I had to learn that shit by the time I was 22. I was like, fuck. Everyone that hated me was cool. At least I knew where they came from. I knew what they wanted. I knew how they felt about me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're robotic as hell. It sounds like you said propofol. I'm like, no, he didn't.
Hear me now?
Say, okay, yeah. I'm like, he did not say propofol. So, if I'm even saying that right. Oh man.
If someone hates me, if someone hates my guts, but is honest and straightforward and like.
Wow, wait, you're going robotic. You're robotic.
I will respect her.
See, what is
that?
It makes sense to trust somebody that's going to do that. Let's see. Yeah, you sound all right now. I don't hear anything.
All right.
See, you started talking, then it went robotic, but I can hear you. Huh.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, it must be a tunnel or something. It's weird. Sometimes over here, if I want to fix something with the internet, I'll just start loading other stuff and force the internet to work properly. Discord got somebody saying something. No, you're still robotic. You might need to refresh or something like that. Let's see. I can't do it. Fuck. This is frustrating. You want to switch to Discord? And go into one of the chat rooms. Yeah, I'll be in the chat room on Discord just in case. It'll be a chat with the host. It'll be in that area. I should have Discord hooked up. Yeah, it's hooked up. See if anything changes. And sometimes forcing your internet to flow helps. I don't know why. It should jack it up more using extra bandwidth. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh crap! I got everything blocked.
I'm on Discord now.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're running. Okay, just stay like that. As soon as you got on Discord, and I think you're still on Google.
Yeah, I'm still on Google.
It started acting right.
All right, so should I get off of Google or get off Discord?
I think stay just the way it is right now. Keep both of them up.
All right. So like I was trying to say before everything got robo. If someone hates me, but hates me in a direct and honest way, I can't dislike them. It's kind of like, all right, whatever.
Yep.
Like you're kind of misguided, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion, and it's all right. It's all cool, dude.
Oh crap! You went super robotic. Oh my goodness! You went Cybertronian like no, you didn't go Cybertronian. You just went dying robot. What the hell? Your connection hates the shit out of you, man. Oh.
Yeah. Looks like I'm about home, so, and I got a lot of shit to do, so I guess this shall be the end of it for today.
I suppose, but I said once it clears up, try to get out the last thing you want to say. You know, I'll definitely give you the floor for that, and end it with that. You know.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and try now.
All right. So, for if someone hates me, like absolutely just despises my, but is honest about it, I can't.
Whoa, he just went dead. There is nothing coming through the desktop. Okay, there's something. It doesn't like him, everybody. It just, the internet is like, fuck conquering thought. Fuck him. It's like, we're going to...
Can you hear me now?
I can hear there's still some kind of thing going on. This bites. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Yeah, close out Google. Yeah, Hangouts.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Let me back up real quick, then I will finish my thought.
See, he's coming in perfect now. It's some bullshit. Obviously, what you got to say is important. That's why I'm not trying to end it or anything. Because if something's trying to block you from saying something, then obviously what you're saying is fucking important. And fuck all that.
Nah, it was basically just I was just going to basically say the most important thing to me is honesty. So if someone hates me but is honest about it and straightforward with it, I can't dislike them. I might even like them a little. Like And there was one semi-conservative guy in my company a little while ago. He moved upstate, so he's not in there anymore. But he disliked a lot of things that I liked. But he was honest and straightforward about it. I'm like, I can't find, and that was just me being like, all right, cool.
Yeah, this is honest. But then I would be also curious to like, why do you feel this way about something? Like break it all the way down to that thing that made you go, huh, or teachings or something like that.
Yeah, but in a professional settings, you just don't really have the time for that most of the time.
Yeah, true.
So you just kind of have to deal with it. But even like when we had like lunch together or something, we would talk about things, and there was no hard feelings, at least at my end. So, or rather, on my end for him, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, nothing personal. Just it was a conversation. Y'all have differences, and then you move the fuck on.
Yep.
It's kind of like the Bucho effect. So you gotta watch.
Where on the other hand, I have another coworker who's a bit more of a supervisor kind of deal, and from everybody else's accounts, the dude doesn't like me.
Well, shit.
For whatever reason. And whenever I'm like, okay, what can I do better? No one was able to tell me what he thought I needed to do better. He was just like complaining, oh, he doesn't work hard, he doesn't whatever. But when push comes to shove to ask, hey, what can Nick do better? Well, what does Nick need to work on? He ain't got shit.
It's kind of like, why are you wasting my time then? What the fuck? That's the shit that I view the racist having. It's like, you hate, but for what reason? If you take it rationally and whatnot and use some critical thinking, you got nothing other than, I just want to hate somebody that don't look like me.
Yeah.
It's like, now if you want to hate somebody just to hate them and you're open and honest about it, I'm like, you know what? Fine, But if you're doing it just for reasons, you think you got reasons, but there's nothing, I say everyone break it down. It don't matter if you dislike something or if you like something or love it or hate it. Ask yourself why. It's not about that it's bad, it's just learning yourself. And there's nothing wrong with learning yourself, because if you don't know you, then what the fuck is wrong with you? You got to live in that skin every day. That's your funk. That's your butt funk. That's your crotch funk. Your armpit funk. Your bad breath. That's all of that shit. Oh, so you might as well get to know it. Fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all for now.
Yep.
So, talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.